How do I get more customer through the door? How am I going to make payroll if things don't pick up? And why does it feel like no matter how hard I work, Monday comes and I'm starting all over again? I used to ask myself those questions every night. And for the longest time, I thought the answer was just to work harder, stay longer, figure it out. My name is Michel Casista. I lost $163,000 on a small town coffee shop. And ever since then, I've been trying to figure out what actually make small town businesses grow. Last week I told you what surprised me when I finally figured out why our business kept failing. We were never the problem. We were just trying to run our business without a system. Today I want to talk about something I hear from small town business owners all the time. And I used to believe it too. Learning marketing, funnels, follow-up, AI, all of it. That stuff is great for somebody else. For someone with a bigger team, someone in a bigger town, someone who's actually good at marketing. Not for someone like me. And maybe I never said it out loud, but I told myself that almost every day. And I wonder if maybe that's the most expensive sentence a small town business owner can ever say. Let me take you back to one specific night. We were a few months into running the coffee shop. Things were tight, but moving. And I had just found this book, a short book, an hour and a half maybe. I listened to it twice in a row on a Costco run to Prince George. It was called something like How to Make Maximum Money in Your Coffee Shop. And the first line in that book reframed everything for me. It said most business owners think they're in the service business or the hospitality business or the restaurant business, whatever it is. They're not. They're in the business of selling. I remember sitting in the parking lot thinking, that makes so much sense. I knew there was something there. And then the book went on. It talked about offers, coupon, tracking which customers came in because of which ad, following up with the people who came in, staying in touch after they left the shop, giving them a reason to come back. And I'm listening to this stuff thinking, this is the answer. This is what we should be doing. But then I never picked it up again. Not because I disagreed with it, because I didn't think I could do it. Looking back, that's hard to admit, but I sat there watching our business disappear, telling myself, I'm just a welder. I don't even know how to find my own email on the computer, using that as the excuse not to learn. So we kept grinding. We folded 5,000 menu by hand one night, me and my wife, at the back of the coffee shop, hands cramping, falling asleep between them. Mailed one to every mailbox in town the next morning. And I told myself we were doing marketing. No offers, no coupon, no way to track if a single one of them brought a single customers through the door. That's not marketing. We tried a newspaper, we tried radio, we tried social media. We paid for it all, and we never knew if any of it worked. Not once. Because we didn't have a system. We had hope. And looking back now, it's almost embarrassing. We had system for opening the shop, system for cleaning, system for making drinks, system for training staff. But the one thing the whole business depended on, getting customers, we were just hoping. And here's what shocked me when I finally figured out why our coffee shop kept failing. It wasn't that the idea didn't exist. They did. People had been teaching this stuff for decades. It wasn't that the principles were wrong. They weren't. Dan Kennedy's been writing about offers and follow-up since before I was born. It was that I had convinced myself this wasn't for somebody like me. I was just a welder trying to run a coffee shop in a small town. And I wonder if that's the belief that's quietly killing more small town businesses than anything else right now. Not the economy, not the town, not the season. The quiet belief that this is not for someone like me. And here's what makes that belief so dangerous. It feels true. It feels humble. It feels like you're being realistic. But here's what's actually happening when you're believing that. You stop looking for the system because the system is not for you. You stop picking up the book because the book is not for you. You stop trying the offer because the offer is not for someone like you. And then Monday comes and you start over again. I wonder if maybe the reason nothing has changed is not because nothing works. It's because somewhere along the way, you decided the things that work are not for you. And I wonder if maybe that's the thing that has to change first. Here's what I want you to hear. The top 1% of businesses, the one that don't just survive, they thrive. They're not running different businesses than you. Same industries, same towns, same kind of customers. What they have that you don't is not a bigger budget. It's not a fancier location. It's not a smarter owner. It's a system. Offers that bring customers in. Follow-up that brings them back. Measurement that tells them which dollars did what. That's it. That's the whole thing. And the reason it feels like it's not for someone like you, it's because nobody ever showed you what it looks like in a business like yours. A coffee shop, a hardware store, a hair salon, a restaurant, whatever it is. The principles never change. They just look different depending on the business. And the part nobody ever told me was how simple they actually are once somebody shows you. I used to think I need to become a different person to do this stuff. Somebody who knew how the internet worked. Somebody who was good at technology. And I wonder if maybe that's the biggest lie small town business owners are telling themselves right now. You don't need to become a different person. You just need somebody to finally show you the system. The good news is, you're not the first person to need that. The internet changed business. Social media changed business. Now AI is changing business faster than ever. And that's exactly why the principles matter more now, not less. Because human behavior doesn't change. The tools do. Recently, I just went through Russell Brunson AI Secret Challenge. And what surprised me, he was teaching the exact same principles that I'd first heard on that Costco trip to Prince George. And the most amazing thing in the whole challenge was Russell demonstrating what he calls the one-person marketing machine. When he showed that, I just sat there thinking, holy shit. Because for the first time, this actually felt possible. Not because I suddenly became a tech genius, because somebody finally made the process simple enough that I could actually see myself doing it. And the crazy part is, today it's even easier than it was back then. And when I realized what it could actually do for small town business owners like you, I reached out because I wanted to be the one telling you about it. Might as well partner with them. So they let me come on as an affiliate. I just wanted to tell you that up front. But seriously, if somebody had shown me something like this when I was watching our coffee shop go down and didn't know what to do, I would have paid a hell of a lot more than free. Right now, the challenge is still free. If you're curious, go see it for yourself. Worst case, you'll realize this is not nearly as complicated as you've been telling yourself it is. Best case, it changes how you think about your business forever. If you know another small town business owners who's been telling themselves this stuff isn't for someone like them, share this video with them. This is the conversation nobody in your town is having. And subscribe, because next week I'm going to tell you something I've never told anyone on this channel. And I wonder if maybe it's the thing you need to hear most. Most small town businesses are playing the reset game. They hope they survive the next week. And Monday comes and they start over. The ones who break out of it are not smarter. They're not luckier. They're not in bigger towns. Somebody just finally showed them the blueprint. That's what this channel is about. If that's you, you're in the right place.